are king and queen. James, second of his name. Joan, second of her name. King and queen of the mighty Ares throne.
Remain standing for those who require no boots to quake in. Those who require no boots to walk the breadth and width of Glenavon, your prince and princess.
And continue to remain standing for their excellencies of Axemoor, Baron Duffy and Baroness Tegan.
The populace may take their ease. This opens the court of their majesties James and Joan, king and queen of Glenavon.
Merry Christmas, everybody! It's been a fantastic event. The weather's worked out. The week I had, I really needed this. Spend time with friends and family. Y'all have done that. Coming here, seeing all the happy, smiling faces, and seeing one kingdom act with a heartbeat. One is just a truly blessing. I just want to say thank all of you.
We had some tournaments today, and one of the biggest one that we do every year at Christmas Revel with Axemoor is Toys for Tots. Tots is a very dear organization that we love to help and represent because there are children out there who are not as privileged as we are. And we want to thank you guys for giving forth of your bounty and helping those who need it. And I do believe that our soldiers of the please rise.
Everybody here knows Christmas Revel is our annual Toys for Tots drive. And I don't know if you gentlemen noticed when y'all bags there kept them ready to add that entire. So, we have
Hand me 2 tokens.
all of the toys that were so generously donated do stay within the local area here. And we do this every year, doesn't matter where. It's here up in Hattiesburg, Covington for Camp Athens, but we have always back to the community for allowing us the privilege of doing and playing like we do. So, gentlemen, thank you for your service.
So I'm Joan, and because you're here, we want to give you a little something that you can take home. So thank you.
Yes, thank you everybody for y'all's generous donations for toys. I'm pretty sure y'all about to make a lot of kids really happy. I usually do it every year, and so there's a lot of kids that's in need, and some
Huzzah!
And if there can be some generous helping bodies to help them load, anybody else?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Fealty, Your Majesties?
Yes.
adjust yourselves while they're loading before we get started with everything so that we don't miss anybody. So, just have fun.
Well, we could always bring up Mistress Barbara for the guessing game. We always bring up Mistress Barbara for the guessing game.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Back up here.
Just kidding.
Your Majesties, I believe Mistress Barbara has the guessing game before the court.
Ready for our candy? I know I won. Unless somebody took my number. That may have been that guy down there, not with the short hair, the long hair. Oh, I didn't see that long-haired guy. The one with the glasses.
Long hair, don't care.
I have the exact winner. The exact number was 500.
Oh, we weren't even close.
20. Wasn't even. The most you could have guessed was 525. Sir Grimbalda.
Hey, long-haired guy. He might be out there loading.
I know he was. He's here.
Thank you, Mistress Barbara. You make our... We cannot have events without you because what could happen without a guessing game?
That's part of the event.
Best part of the event. Doesn't matter what we do. We just want candy. All right. We'll talk amongst ourselves again.
Hey, John, Kristen.
Your Majesty. His Majesty.
Oh, they're done. Okay.
All right. So, fealty. Oyez! Oyez! Will all those wishing to swear fealty please present themselves before their Majesties?
Please kneel if you're able and not understand.
I state your name. This day pledge fealty to the Crown of Glenavon. And vow to provide my arms in times of war. My art in times of peace. And my service in times of need. I promise to defend our fair kingdom against all who desire her harm, with word, deed, and force. From this day forth, as long as my crown allows, I am bound to be faithful, holding honor and courtesy above all.
And let all here bear witness that I, James, King of Glenavon,
And I, Joan, Queen of Glenavon, hear and accept your oath given freely.
we vow to defend you and yours with our words, our deeds, and our...
And those that keep this oath true will be rewarded with our favor.
Those that break this oath will be met with our judgment and our dreadful wrath.
Now arise and go, holding honor and courtesy above all.
All right.
Children's?
No, we did children's.
Newbies, that's right. Newbies.
Will all those who it is their first event or first royal court please present themselves to their Majesties?
James.
What's up?
Let's try it again. This is James.
Hey, how's it going?
The king of Glenavon. This is Steph, the prince of Glenavon.
Nice to meet you.
This is Mata, the princess of Glenavon. We're your new parents. No, for real. We have a really great time. Did you have fun today? Do you guys have anything to say?
Have fun. This is exciting. This is fantastic. And every time we go to an event, there's still so much more. I want to make the game.
What's your name? Robbie Knight. Oh, that's a good name. What's your name?
Shanae.
Shanae. What's your name?
Right. Don't have an SCH.
I'll give you first. What's your name? Savannah. What's your name? What's your name, darling? Okay, so hi. Nice to meet you. I have a little thing for you for your very first event so that you'll never ever forget us like you could. This is yours to remember that this was your first event. All these people are your family and friends. Welcome to Glenavon. Glenavon is a great big family in Kentucky. And I hope that you really, really enjoy your new family. That's it.
Since we ascended the throne, just so people know, this now puts us over 60 tokens given out to new people.
Okay,
So we had a lot of fighting and a lot of awesome stuff today, and I had a really good time. Did you guys have a good time?
yeah.
Yeah. His Majesty and I got to do all sorts of stuff, and I know that I had a wonderful time during the kids' court, and thank you for inviting me. It was great. It was very good. It was wonderful. Do you have anything to say?
I had no idea there were so many kids at this event. It's awesome. It's really, really awesome.
Got anything to say,
No pressure.
They're still in training. We're working on it. All right, so yeah.
Baronial court.
It's your turn.
Their Majesties invite Their Excellencies Axemoor to open their baronial court.
This here opens the court of Baroness Tegan and Baron Duffy of Axemoor.
I want to thank everybody who came here and donated all the toys, and hope you all had as great a time as I did. That was wonderful piece. But got a few more people not as eloquent as my predecessor.
We're fine. We are good.
So we're going to call up our first victim.
Would Lady Johanna Merrington please present herself before their excellencies?
Password? There we go.
Ta-da!
Would Mistress Isabel Winterbourne please present herself before their excellencies, please?
Where's done right? Really stone cold.
Okay, we had a regional competition, or a regional fair, A&S fair today, and we had seven entries that were comments or scored, and 3 that were anomaly. And the person that had the highest score was Lord Savior Caden.
Sigurd. One is Sigurd. It's like.
Or if you just want to give her one, it's right there.
He entered a Viking box, a very large, very beautifully constructed Viking box.
Let it be known to all that Sigurd, sorry if I butchered your name, came on by virtue of prowess and knowledge in the arts and sciences is declared baronial champion the second day of December, Annus Societatis 52, being 2017 Gregorian, Baron Duffy, Baroness Tegan.
I wrote it. Get a script from more.
I wrote it.
Yeah, I know of one that's here. It's Master Eric. If we could get, or actually, no, you're with the. We need to find someone to find Master Eric, who's probably out back.
Find Master Eric and do what?
What?
Find Master Eric?
Yeah.
And he needs to be back here, or just come
No, he just needs. We need the script.
Oh. I thought we had Morn's book.
We have Morn's book, but we don't have a script.
Is it not in Morn's book?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, we it was tough choice.
Apparently it's not in the book.
Would
You don't have
Lapafina
We have Morn's
Pilgrim's
book.
daughter
It's
please
like script
present
on Morn's.
herself before their
No. I have Briar's script, but we never got a script for Morn.
Yes, we can. She's saying two very wonderful pieces, and
Will you sing one of them right now? Sure. What would you like? I don't know. Would you like something? No, there. I just want them to hear it. Do you mind? No. Do y'all mind? Do you want to hear it? A long time ago, in a story so old, there was a beauty and a beast, or so I'd been told. They were these two strangers, two lonely souls, but it's not what you think, no. Here's how it goes. Let's start with the beast. He was ugly and scary, pathetic and poor and horribly hairy. The outside was rough, but once he smiled, you could see that he had a heart of gold inside. The beast loved the beauty, this pretty little thing. She was the fairest of them all, and she could dance and sing. But unlike the beast, whose love shined the best, she loved herself, never cared for the rest. La paix que traje il est comme la joue, il est comme la nuit, il est amour, mais s'en fout, mais solo printemps, après tout. One day the beast found the beauty perfection, sitting by the lake making love to her reflection. The beast then decided that it was the time to tell the pretty beauty of his feelings inside. He stepped out from the shade with a flower in hand, said bravely, "My lady, the fairest in this land, I might not be a prince, but my heart beats for you." Oh, the beauty just laughed, so cold and so cruel. "You smelly old fat hairy pig," she said. "You thought I could love you, I'd rather be dead." Still laughing, she turned and danced to her home, leaving the beast heartbroken and all alone. Oh,
We found that true beauty cannot be seen, and that things are most likely not what they seem.
This is one of the songs that she sang for us. The other that she did, I'm hoping she will do it, sung in Norwegian, which is a very beautiful language, and it is a very beautiful song that's been put down. That's fine. So, guess what? I have something for you.
Let it be known to all that Lapathina Kilgrim's daughter be by virtue of prowess and knowledge in the bardic arts is declared baronial champion this second day of December Anno Societatis.
This is the first time I've been sung to in 3 languages by
So beautiful.
Here. I got more important.
Would Lord Floki, Himsdale's son, and Lady Kitta, Gloom's daughter, please present themselves before their excellencies?
Go get her. Go get her.
No, normally you call your point of time very often. But we have a poll order on there. It is polling and they all with them. So
Hard work and everything else is done to both people.
It has come to our notice that because of your outstanding service, Floki, Himsdale's son, and Lady Kitta, Gloom's daughter, have encouraged the populace to strive for excellence in recognition of your service. We are pleased to award you with the Order of the Axe. We charge you to continue to strive for excellence. Glory of Glenavon, given the second day of December, Anno Societatis 52, being 2017 Gregorian, Baron Duffy, Baroness Tegan.
with those of y'all who have down here.
Members of the Axe, please stand.
Thank you all very much.
Hey, boy, wait.
All righty. Would Sir Makil Al-Rashid please present himself before their excellencies?
Somebody escort him.
It's my silent partner.
Kellis is never silent. I don't know.
Not even with the hand signal.
I bet you can't make it through without being involved.
Well, first of all, this is my assistant and my sidekick and silent partner, Gillis. He won't be speaking this whole time. First question I have to ask is, jump my son. had 277 people on site. Saw the Marines, the toys they collected, and did a good job. We filled the van and it was like no room left.
Yes!
Which one has it right on top?
Actually, they both asked for the address for the SEA so they can get involved. Secondly, I may be the autocrat, but without the assistance of all my staff and everyone that helped make this event so special, it would not have happened. I'm just a voice and the big mouth whose name is on the poster, but it's people like Gillis and their excellencies, Aisha, Fisa Pratt, Dave, and Ashley Pratt that make this event so special. So they are the ones who deserve the thanks. I'm so honored to have them work with me. Zanetta for the fundraiser lunch, and thank you all for everything. I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I have no clue the gratitude that I have for each and every one. Thank you so much. All right, let's get down to business. All righty. We had some, where's my list at? We had a bunch of tournaments today. The first tournament we had was a newbie tournament, and newbie Herbie tournament, and well, we know who won that, and he's been up here a while already, so let's go ahead and call that guy up again.
Would Lord Floki, Himsdale's son, please present himself?
I know, right? It's got my back.
I'm not reading if you want. Congratulations. I don't have my reading glasses, so I can't help you.
Here.
It sucks.
All right, let's keep doing it. There should be those.
Gillis, would you like to read it?
Be it known by those present that Floki, Himsdale's son, has proven his fighting skill over all others in the newcomers heavy weapons tournament in the Barony of Axemoor Christmas Revel, given the second day of December Honor Societatis 52 being Gregorian 2017. The fee Baron Tegan Baroness.
Woo! All right, sit down now. Thank you. You're welcome. Next, I'd like to call up Morgan of Wormgeist.
Would Morgan of Wormgeist please present themselves before their excellencies?
Looks beautiful in that dress. I'm just saying.
We had a newbie raper tournament today, and this gentleman right here bested everyone on the field, and we'd like to award you.
Be it known by those present that Morgan of Wormgeist has proven his fighting skill over all in the newcomers rapier tournament at the Barony of Axemoor's Christmas Revel, given the second day of December Honor Societatis 52 being Gregorian 2017, Baron Duffy, Tegan, Baroness. Would Lord Sebastian present himself? Martinez de Leon.
Lord Sebastian, you fought in our William Marshall / Toys for Tots tournament. And did a counting of the tickets, and we had people with 7, 8 tickets, 9. We had people with 20, 30 tickets, but I heard you had like 107. So we would like to present you anyway, we have a gift card for Academy Sports for you for winning that tournament. Congratulations. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, we'll archery. We had an archery archery
No, he can't. I bet him.
All right. We had an archery tournament today. And the winner of our archery tournament was. Oh yeah! Come in, oh yeah, the quiet. Maybe you can stand next to Gellus, the quiet.
All who read these words know that Oye the Quiet has displayed superior skill and has been acclaimed winner of the archery tournament at Christmas Revel. Let's all take heed of your prowess on this second day of December, Anna Societatis 52, being 2017 Gregorian Baroness, Lee Tegan Baroness.
Oh goodness. We had a live weapons tournament, and the victor of that one was Master Wolfram Forrester. If you present yourself. Woo!
All who read these words know that Wolfram Forrester has displayed superior skill and has been proclaimed winner of the live weapons tournament at Christmas Revel. Let all take heed of your prowess on the second day of December, Anna Societatis 52, being Gregorian 2017. Now, be very big, yes.
Doing a shameless event plug real quick, but it has to do with live weapons. We're going to have the return of the Total Live Weapons Championship, the Hunt for the Prize, which will be held in Swamp Romp at the end of January, January 26th, 27th, 28th, I believe. So it will be a combination of both archery and thrown weapons. The combined champion will be the overall live weapons champion for this year. Also, their Majesties have graciously allowed that the winner of the archery tournament at that time will be selected as the Kingdom Yeoman, and the winner of the thrown weapons contest will be the Kingdom Sentry. Practice up, please come.
Where's that Wolfram?
Got it. Camp Camellia.
Camp Camellia, yeah. Swamp Romp is not in Chico this year.
You call up on Mr. Diana Dawes.
Would Mistress Diana of the Isles please present herself? Their Excellencies. Duchess Diana.
Thank you. We always got to throw that Duchess in there. We earn it.
Mistress Duchess of Diana of the Isles.
Duchess Diana! Yay!
Well, Duchess Diana has something she'd like to say to everyone.
I like the people pulling out your chair.
No, it's for Brian. It's okay, Mom. We got you.
I'd like to thank everybody. For the generous donations today. I should have just written it down and let you do it. That's why I love being this family. You selflessly gave of yourselves today, fighting over some ridiculous baskets, I have to admit, because, you know, I put a couple of them out there and I'm like, really? Thank you. Daphne's outside because she refuses to come inside right now. But
Glenallen! Oh!
Hail!
Oh! Oh!
Hail!
Hell yeah!
thank you so much.
Your count was wrong. You raised 1,195 from House Hill Market.
Glasses.
Right up. I can't see it.
Yeah, a couple more pieces of business and I'll be done, I promise. Feast will start as soon as court's over with. After that, after we get the kitchen cleaned up, we're going to have a bardic circle at the amphitheater back behind the blue pavilion. And we're supposed to have some pretty good entertainment out there and a hot drink bar. And we look forward to having each one of you out there. And come and see us, and I'm done. Run, Shadow.
That counts for the rest of court too, Gillis. I'm sorry, I keep bumping you.
Now he's proved that he can keep his mouth shut down.
We're like running out there after him, being like, "What's he say?" He said freedom.
All right, continue. I'm going to apologize ahead of time because I may mess up her name, but I'll try not to. Would Mistress Memuna bint Daid al Celebrate?
Did she do a good job?
Please present yourself before their excellencies.
She did a good job on your name.
Yes, she did. Yay!
Once again, you can have another holy order. That's awesome.
You have been behind the scenes, helping out very people and higher up for your
It has come to our notice that because of your outstanding service, you, Memuna, yay, have encouraged the populace to strive for excellence. In recognition of your service, we are pleased to award you with the Order of the Axe. We charge you to continue to strive for excellence. Always the Barony of Axemoor to the greater glory of Glenallen, given the 2nd day of December, Honor Societatis 52, being 2017 Gregorian, Baron Duffy, Baroness Tegan.
Thank you so much.
Would Lord Floki
Jiminy.
and Lady Cordelia please present themselves? Lord Ox will be accepting on Lady Cordelia's behalf.
I hate your manners, people.
If we have a war, quarterback, and it's strictly.
That was cold.
Strictly a populist vote. We don't have voters. Populist vote. And it represent Axemoor, the exemplified, standard of community. Really, look, you're rapping out today. And your lovely lady just does so much work and A&S and stuff. Everybody says, hey, we want her to be. And in the back, we have scrolls, and your name will be put on, her name and your name will be put on these scrolls for permanent display. Everybody.
Through deeds great and small, Floki Himsdale's son and Cordelia Sharp have been an inspiration to the populace of the Barony of Axemoor through your loyalty, noble deeds of chivalry, and your willingness to go above Whatever is asked for you to have exemplified the ideals we hold dear. These are the qualities that are the embodiment of the pillars of Axemoor, given the second day of December, Annus Societatis 52, being Gregorian 2017, done this day by our hand, Baron Duffy, Baroness Tegan.
When you get a
She's
chance,
filming.
Hey, Cordelia, how are you?
when you get a chance, just go back there and look at all the names.
Let me see what they have done for
She is. Yes, you did.
Would Lord Sebastian Martinez de Leon please present himself before their excellencies of Axemoor?
Woo, we're doing double ups today.
When, you have Spanish names that charge $5.
Where's my towel? Why are you doing this? One of the things that we discovered, that you were voting on but never given something.
It has come to our notice that because of your outstanding service, you, Sebastian Martinez de Leon, have recognized the populace to strive for excellence. In recognition of your service, we are pleased to award you with the Order of the Axe. We charge you to continue to strive for excellence. Given the second day of December, our Societatis 52, being 2017, Gregorian Baron Duffy, Baroness Tegan.
You were voting on and everything, and you left before you could get awarded this. We are.
I apologize. I was kind of needed elsewhere, and I've been trying to do good service and education, taking the Axemoor and spreading it around.
I'm gonna let you. He's mine. In case y'all haven't noticed.
1 year at this
This
event.
day is our anniversary. It's my anniversary of birth and twins.
Would the Honorable Lord Adam Goodwine and Mistress Esperanza de Navarre please present themselves before the excellencies of Axemoor?
Is he doing King of Law, please? Because we don't know about this one.
No.
Okay, we're just
It's a little bit back in business because everybody thought they had this. And they didn't.
Yes, 5 minute stretch, everybody.
Stand up.
Yes.
I'm a terrible guard. I'm sorry. I got a guard from 360 engagement. Trying to do right.
What's the limber?
Oh, sorry. Did not mean.
Take your potty break now. Oh, we're ready to go. Everybody sit back down.
All right, oyez! Everybody left.
Forever?
They're in a row limping up here. It's breaking everybody.
Put it smash the earth back there, keeping her bad shit.
Broke it because you kept up with me. y'all need something so we can remember it.
We thought y'all already had it, and a lot of people thought y'all already had it, but we're trying to kind of, I don't know what's the word, and clear things off, and start fresh for the next anniversary event. So, if you don't mind.
Adam Goodwine and Esperanza de Navarre. Citizenship in the Baron of Axemoor is the highest honor we, the Baron and Baroness of Axemoor, can bestow upon our subjects. The symbol of citizenship is a red hat, a token of our esteem. Citizenship carries with it no precedence, save in our hearts. Citizenship carries only our undying love and gratitude, and the hope that the Barony of Axemoor can serve you as well as you have served her. Signed the 2nd day of December, unassigned not as 52, theme 2017, Gregorian Baron Duffy, Baroness Tegan.
It's a Give Me original.
This now continues the court of their Majesties James and Joan, King and Queen, Glenavon.
So we have Warren first.
Oh, yeah.
No, we can't do that.
We have,
I know that. It's in the,
yeah, we got this first. That's what
Yes.
Sorry, we got a little sidebar because apparently we don't communicate very well.
We totally communicate well.
Are we ready, Your Majesty?
Yes, we are ready.
Your Majesties, Master Eric of Telemark has business before this court.
As they walk by, they all limped up here.
Well, okay, let's get some bourbon. Your Majesties, I have business before the Crown of Glenavon in keeping with my responsibilities and prerogatives as a peer of your realm. Can I conduct that business today?
Yes, please.
I require the Order of the Laurel be called forward.
The Order of the Laurel is called into the presence of their Majesties, Glenavon.
Branch around, leaf out.
Honored cousins of the Order of the Laurel, support me today in my petition before the Crown. Yes. Your Majesties, the order stands assembled before you, and yet, Your Majesties, we are not whole.
Harold, call in Morin so that we may speak.
Morin, Ingen, Rock, their Majesties, James and Joan, call you into the presence. Come forth. Herein lies the history of Morin, Ingen, Rock. She was born 1423 in the lake town of Dromare. Her father, Fergal Iman Rourke, territorial lord and architect to Richard Talbot, Lord Chancellor of Ireland. Her mother, Liam Iad Byrne, wife and mother. She had 3 brothers, Angus Domno Ruach, Aidan Ser Ruach, Ciaran Britain Ruach, and one sister, Fianat Ingen Ruach. In 1429, England continued to push itself to invade Ireland. On one clear evening, England's forces rode into Dromhair. Not one to submit to those who were not Irish, Feargal gathered his family quickly to ride to the bay and escape English rule. During the ride, Moran and Ciaran were lost in the woods. They spent a fearful night alone, and in the morning could not find their horse. They had forgotten to tether it. The English found them and took them to Kells Monastery. There they left Moran, but they took Ciaran to Dublin to be sold in the slave market. Moran was at the monastery until she was 18 and either had to take vows or leave. She had her own beliefs that didn't exactly go along with the church, so she chose to make her way back to her childhood home. During her years at the monastery, she learned gardening and herb craft from the monastery's gardener, Gerald Fuchs. Fuchs had been a swordsman in the 100 Years' War. Moran had pestered him until he finally gave in and taught her rapier. Between learning the sword and learning the garden, her days were full of knowledge. When she finally made it back to Dromhair, she found her childhood home all but ruins. She set about restoring the home, planting a garden, and making herself known in the town as an herbalist and apothecary. One day she was in the garden and heard footsteps walking down the path to the garden. Knowing no one ever came down that way, she pulled the dagger she always kept with her and turned around to see her brother Ciaran and the most handsome man she'd ever seen. But that is a story for another time. So ends
the man.
I didn't put the belt on.
Laurels, while we value your judgment, this is a weighty matter. Responsible and we're consult with others on this issue. If they're a member of the royal family, it would speak for themselves.
Majesty, I bring words from Duchess Linnet. Not be here. Greetings unto their Royal Majesty's Highnesses, members of the Order of the Laurel, friends in Glenavon, from Duchess Linnet MacLeod. I am honored today to write you as a member of the Order of the Rose, speaking the virtues of Moran Ingen Ring. In many ways, she is reminiscent of the herbs she grows. She is like lavender and sage, devoted and wise. She is generous with her time and attention to all who have need of her. That spirit is reflected in the patience and understanding that she has for all those who seek her knowledge, whether it is in a class, one-on-one instruction, or just chatting about the subject she loves. Her devotion to Glenavon even extended to loaning her husband the kingdom as a seneschal, to the kingdom as seneschal. Moran is like calamine and allspice, thoughtful and compassionate. Often expresses her concern for others who are dealing with difficult issues, and all know of her quiet and calming force in their lives. Many go to her for confidential guidance and advice from her kind and caring heart. She is all this and more, but don't think she is some shrinking violet. She is fierce and protective of those she calls friends and stands by those who need her support. That poisoned garden is just for educational purposes. Right. That explains the kingdom seneschal. All kidding aside, Moran is a wonderful example of the good in the kingdom and the attitude we should all strive for. Balm of refreshing mint. Balm.
I thought you said bomb.com.
At last, she is like fennel, strong and worthy of praise. I'm very happy to call her my friend and my peer.
Is there a member of the chivalry who would speak?
Hello, my name is Sir Mikhail Al-Rashid. I am a member of the chivalry, and today I'd like to speak on behalf of Warren. Franchise, to me, is one of the greatest virtues of them all, but it means incorporating and pulling people in and making them feel welcome and part of everything. And Warren has more than done that. She makes everyone feel happy, and she shows their concern, and she everyone a home. Her heart is so filled with joy and happiness, and it projects to everyone around them. For a long time, Warren has been more than my.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican present who will speak for this good lady?
I'm Marcella, sincere, Order of the Pelican. Rise to speak Warren England with regard to her service to our fair kingdom, Aben, and the dream that is our society. Quiet joy is serving us in ways both great and are the hallmarks of the journey. It has led us numerous times as autocrat, fed us wonderful food, taught us both how to use the humble gifts of the earth to add savor to our food, health to our bodies, and death to our enemies. It has generously shared the knowledge of things herbal, local, wide, and society-wide. Majesty's Warren is indeed.
Is there a member of the Laurel who will speak to her goodness?
Majesties, I will speak for my friends. Woman lives of herbs and herbology. Go to her home, there are plants literally everywhere. And yes, there is a poison garden. She has made balm for the entire army of Glenavon and go forth. Creates herbs for anyone who needs pretty much anything. Studies, she teaches, searches, shares what she knows. Anyone who has even the slightest question, ask her a question. I would sit down. It will take a while for her to finish her explanation. She is what a world should be. And she is my dear.
There are a member of the Masters of Defense that would speak for this gentleman.
I will speak for Warren. As a rapier and scabbard, your knowledge of herbs can be used to harm or can be to protect, guard. You use it with grace, with art and zest, with all of these things. Thank you.
Is there a member of the populace that would speak?
I would speak.
I have known Warren for more than 15 years. At first she was just a challenging rapier opponent. But then we took road trips together and I came to understand what Warren must say. Our first road trip was to a Colorado cave war where she talked incessantly the whole time about Fred. Our second road trip was to a SCA herbal event in North Carolina, and we made a couple side trips. Our first side trip was to the North Carolina Botanical Gardens, where Moore spied some woad. At that time, woad was Moore's holy grail. It doesn't grow in Arkansas, but she was going to try. Next thing I knew, Moore had picked some of the woad and put it in my pocket. Suggested that we leave immediately. Of course I agreed. Our next road trip was to a museum that was doing an exhibit on poisonous plants. And she was immediately taken by the nefarious use of many of those plants. And I believe that I witnessed her first step on the dark path. But Maureen has always been an encourager and quite an influence for me. She has made me more determined in my research, if not only to be an argument about she has always had a quiet dignity and grace, and she has always been.
Memorize this for real.
Yeah. If it is your will, we desire that you elevate Baroness Moore in England rank to order of the laurel, that our number may be increased in the realm you serve thereby.
Which garden are they from? Thank you.
You should have a taster for that.
Mindful of all that has been said here and presented to us, we do ask you, Baroness Moore, you stand ready to assume the duties, prerogatives, and responsibilities of peer of the realm and companion of the world. First, we would ask for your feelings.
I state your name.
I, Maureen,
This day pledge fealty to the Crown of Glenavon.
this day,
And vow to provide my arms in times of war.
and vow to provide my arms in times of war,
My art in times of peace.
my art in times of
And my service in times of need.
and my service.
I promise to defend our fair kingdom.
I promise to defend our fair kingdom
Against all who desire her harm.
against all who desire her,
With word, deed, and force.
with word, deed, and
From this day forth,
from this
as long as my crown allows,
as long as my vow.
I am bound to be faithful,
I am bound
holding honor and courtesy above all.
holding honor and courtesy.
Let all here bear witness that I, James, the Stormborn King,
I, Joe,
in turn, we vow to defend you and yours with our words, our deeds, and our force.
and me, the whole truth, so that will be rewarded with our favor.
We regret this oath, however, it will be met with our judgment and our dreadful wrath. Now rise, but stay. there a medallion?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Medallion of the laurel is the outward symbol. 2 wreaths grow and show growth. Like a laurel, it teaches, grows around it. Let all see now this badge placed upon her of her new estate. Herald, read forth the license of her new estate so that all may recognize her.
Actually, Mr. Stretta will be reading the license.
Renown Revel Seamus Neufer Marie Agus Aga Tefoshion Shiana Alenmar Banriona Kaufi Shiot Kuroin Andrea Eriget Leion an Agna Agus an Auleacht Affekmit Inem an Mahan Shah Oshin Vada Oshin Ri Tina Agliana le inspiroid agus Agna an Flask Loro Antus Point Galer Affeciado Antolus agus an Schil an Tach Lashli Dau Maastricht Agban Galor Eilion agus Olichte agus Shaura Iutru Jono Leshnakina Aruga Istem Sarauna shi Aquid Olesh an Liu Oliacht agus Ashkilauna Markotikir Lis Awashka agus Ayoila Queen Kauru Legach Dune Eiran Kaur Imprion Shihan Marwasal agus Shausen Shimar Solus Agshvaran Waktiner Aur Riach Kunta Urn Kart Rioga agus an Fauna Now Achantus Atuat Dil Tedel Primum Bonaticorum Fluminus Torrentis Marshin Feta Goler U Loach Afresh Kil Aus Afis Ur Porechine Makala Tri Alta Glaun Naon Har Rensch Aus Blau Tri Forische Agus Rakanoch Har Loch Anna Agus Klaraun Gefeite Gach Juna Achantus Aturt Dun Mostras Morin Ingen Hulk Mar Compagnie Dild an Lau Ishmian Lin Le Lenurt Ig Ag Faulim Agus Ag Mune Ag Faus Agus Ag Kofu Tine Ele Inuslesh Agus Shontle Wa On Lau Shamo Likdi Gakart Agus Dullis Agus Privilidi Shashalwa da Paten Aron Animniti Biri Di Agus Dionemit An Shirsha Ivilium Agus Naturik A Saluf in Glauwaven Derer Nan Ispi Arof Agus Reactionas An Riat Dan Shi Silvia Owedlita Ohuliat Agus da Taurenacha Inglocha in Doilen Dina Nachern Agus Taun Muid Debat Dolinacha Finoil Gatlin Maraili Tukfemed na Urlishim Agus na Baval Aki Lanund Aik Avaus Kerdina An Kotikir Agustina Ella Ai Ilund Fin Balach Koigidir Solas Agus Dorachadas Ma Adurt Paracelsus Alla Dinge sind Gift und nix und ohne Gift alleine die Dosis macht, dass ein Ding kein Gift ist. Darach Rod Knügel Agus Nil Aruna Nünel Kinti an Doyle O Inaner nach Quil an Röd Nivul. Baor Tokfa de Farab Uur Neide maar Antaan na Stermaga Costa an Rihe. Danemed Escher Antara Lo de Nodex de lin arquid toshtin nolig tantinach. Doruntaxt de Axemoor in Biana Artena de Mela Short Dug Gefuile. Hoge Odor in Bianta Ur Shuki. Shemus Ri Shena Banriena.
So the skull was done by Mr. Shane.
One more thing that is familiar. Is there a cape or cloak? I love it. Fantastic.
What would happen now?
Is there a wreath?
Not from the poison.
You may now greet your order.
For Mistress Morin, newest member of the Order of the Law, Glenavon, awe! Awe! Awe!
I got beer.
Speak a little bit louder. People on the internet are having a hard time here. Too late now.
Congratulations, Mr. Morin.
Okay. Secret.
So we had a little war we went to a couple weeks ago called the Army Together. Went to negotiate with some friends. People I thought were friends. The Onskjord. We tried to go on our annual peace retreat. They just weren't having it. So we had to talk to some friends of ours, some members of Nova, some members of Rolling Thunder, and we got together and we had our own peace talks. And let me tell you, ACR didn't take it too well. They got a little ornery, but we fought back, and we fought hard. There was an individual there who gave 3 times as much as he took. We have an honor in this kingdom. We ask individuals who do these great, courageous deeds to stand when the sound of the war horn is called. At this time, I would like to spread this individual's name. So, Harold, if you would please.
What? Sigurd of Nova. Or not Nova, right? Sigurd. Rolling Thunder, yeah.
Will Sigurd of Rolling Thunder, please. Sigurd.
Third with the big D.
This individual stood tall, and the unseen orange tried to come across the bridge. He repelled all by himself. Allowed me time to squeal, run, compose myself, and get back to killing. Because the individuals like this, we can stand as an army and give again 3 times as much as we receive. We all stood strong, we all stood proud, and we would like to spread His word.
Mighty are the warriors of the River Valley's Ram Army, and their strength is legendary throughout the known world. One amongst our army has proven their dedication to our realm through their acts of bravery in defense of our beloved Glenavon. So do we, James, king by right of arms, and Joan, our chosen queen, this day sound the war horn to honor our subject, Sigurd of Rolling Thunder, whose strength we will continue to call upon. Done this 2nd day of December, AS 52, being 2017 Gregorian, James King, Joan Queen. Will Shivan Ornoda please make her way into the presence? Shivan? Shivan? Next is Esteban.
We will move on to the next one.
Nope.
Oh, Bashir.
We'll move on to the next one.
We'll move on to the next one. When she shows up, we'll get her.
Okay.
Hold on.
Will Esteban de Boca please make his way into the presence? Esteban.
Oh, I know he's here.
I saw him.
Coming to court late, you're getting a buffet.
From both of them.
High five.
Okay, we'll move on. He shows up, we'll get him later. We're trying to roll along.
All right. Next one is.
Oh, it's just Adam.
Okay. Mistress Martha has business.
Surprise!
Mistress Martha has business before the court. Mistress Martha.
Out into the world, and I'm feeling emptiness syndrome. I would like to take a new apprentice, please.
Will Floki please make his way into the presence yet again?
Who is this man?
Yes, I know.
Are you a superstar?
Apparently he is.
Apparently, it's been right on.
Look, I've been watching you for a while now, and I would like for you and I to exchange a little comments with each other, if you don't mind.
Okay. I swear to be true in my search for knowledge, to strive for excellence in all I do, to treat those of every degree with honor and respect, and to strive to uphold the faith you have in me. May my words and deeds always reflect my honor and respect.
For my part, I swear to provide support, opportunity, and guidance for all your endeavors, to learn as much as I give, to honor and respect you through word and deed, and to defend you with all my powers. May my bond be rooted in friendship. And as a token of this, and since you and I will be kind of bound together, My life will be bound up with yours, and yours is bound up with your lovely bride. I would like for your bride to put the belt on you. I'm just bound. And as research is the key to unlocking our past, the history that we love to search for, I give you this key. And also, thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Majesties.
Next after this response is Skaya's business.
Skaya's business?
Yes. Will Grozia Novogorskaya. She has business before the court.
Who's escorting me?
Harold, I escort myself, Your Majesty.
No, I'm sorry. I don't believe in ladies coming unescorted. Where is your lovely husband?
He's behind the other press.
Your lovely husband, you are slacking on your job.
He is kind of burdened with glorious purpose.
Let's try that again. Will you call her forward again for her business?
Let's rewind then.
Call forth.
Your Majesties, the Ruby Herald Grozia Novogorskaya, the impertinent, has business before the court.
That is a much better. Thank you. Be sure you're there to escort her back. Don't forget.
Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, it has been 2 years since I took up my office as Ruby Herald. I have a deputy. And it's time for my deputy to take up their office. Could you please call up my deputy, Evelaya, please?
Evelaya, please come forth.
Yes!
So, let's not block the interpreter. The hand speaker. So, you agreed to be my deputy. Are you still willing to take up this office?
Yes.
Sure. Let me ask you one more time. I'm a sucker. Alright. Y'all all witnessed this. I asked her 3 times and she said yes.
I will point out as a Diamond Herald, paperwork's already in.
Tomorrow morning I will fill out my change of officer. She'll fill out her change of officer. All the paperwork will be done. We will be completely done. I am handing over my Isa original. Oh yes, believe me, this is breaking my heart, guys. This is an Isa original gift. Also, you will have all the passwords. You already got the Dropbox and everything else. You will have the... She will have the paperwork that was handed to me by the exchequer once I get back to my car. So, guess what? I'm not Ruby Herald. You want Ruby Herald? You're going to talk to her.
Huzzah!
Thank you very much.
Point of order, Herald. Speaking as your former boss.
No, you're still my boss. I'm a Herald at Small.
Their Majesties have not given you leave to leave yet.
Oh, crap.
Oh, that's real funny because you need to find a place to kneel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can have his
So as you can see, they're awfully busy. A lot. And mouthy. Which is why she's a herald. I mean, seriously. You guys are real important to our kingdom. I mean, every time I turn around, y'all are doing something. We hear quite a bit about you a lot. And you're the quiet one, which is amazing. Because y'all balance each other very well. So we have a small token that we would like to give to you.
Know all, present and future, that we have taken note of the many good deeds and selfless acts of service that Oleg the Quiet and Grozia Novogoskaya, our beloved subjects, have committed for the betterment of ourselves and our kingdom. Therefore, we find it right, proper, and fitting to name him and her to our Order of the Marble Chalice. Done this 11th day of November, AS 52, James, Rex, Joan, Regina.
So the Marble Chalice was a Principality Award that we brought back because we feel that it is very important, and it's to say thank you for everything that you do
Sorry.
for us. And this was done by... This was done by Jan Ricardes.
This was done by Kjalvor Vetstad.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for indulging me with my little crazy.
People often say the Marble Chalice is for simple service, and we say that no services. You cannot survive with everything that you do, without everything.
Congratulations.
David? Huh? David. David Barbay, that's AOA?
Yeah.
Dinner and a show.
It's all good.
Now you can go.
We give you leave to escort her back to her side of court, and then you come back to your side. I didn't say in front. I didn't drink Red Bull.
Well, I'm ready for the next.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Will David Barbay please make his way into the presence of their majesties? David Barbay.
Nope, not here.
Not here.
Next.
Next.
That one's here. It was here. Better be here.
Will Floki Halfdan.
Not that Floki.
Not that
Floki Halfdan.
one. He was here.
He might be slowly coming.
Leon.
He's not moving fast.
The other bearded Floki.
Oh, Floki, yes.
I see she got.
Would you like to stand?
You do not have to kneel. Back up.
What's your title, Floki? What's your title? Oh, I thought it was way more than that.
You do a lot, Floki. Constantly seeing you working, constantly seeing you smiling, having fun, having a good time, enjoying the SCA while you're working, while you're helping pick us up and move us forward. As we said earlier, people say that, oh, we should recognize people for simple service. And again, no service is simple. But you don't do just simple service. You do more than simple service. You help everybody. And we've gotten so many letters on this. And I'm glad to see you here so that you can honor us by allowing us to.
By right of arms, it is the privilege of the King and Queen of Glenavon to reward those who have served our River Valley realm with great energy, reliability, and devotion. We therefore bestow upon Floki Halfdan a grant of arms this 2nd day of December. AS 52, James, Rex, Joan, Regina.
Scroll is done by Jan Ricardes.
It's a yawn.
Hail! 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 Okay, next is Master Gellis.
Business, yeah.
Master Gellis has business before this court.
He's not allowed to talk, though. He's an interpreter.
He's going to do an interpretive dance.
Never mind.
That's why you don't ask anybody from Axemoor to do interpretive. Please.
As their excellencies pointed out, and actually as His Grace Kalen mentioned earlier, since we were a principality way back when, 5th year I think was when we started the Toys for Tots campaign. 2004. The word to the organization got out. They reached out to me and they went, you guys have continuously donated, you continuously provided, and we'd like to provide Axemoor with an award. And my response was, no thank you. It's not Axemoor. It's the kingdom. So with that, they sent this. I'm working it. So with that, it's my honor.
It says, so proudly we hail, and for Kingdom of Glenavon, Toys for Tots campaign year 2016, Hattiesburg, Forest County. It's really pretty. Thank you.
Cordelia? Cordelia for a, so, yes.
Time out. Dallas didn't finish talking.
I'm sorry. They are looking for volunteers for feast, to serve feast. Right now, I think they have 3.
Baron Gillis, house don't mind it, we'll go with service.
Booyah! They will be more than happy. Trust me, her grace will appreciate it.
We accidentally skipped over one. We were supposed to do Sadie after.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Silver and 2, right?
Right. Yep. So we'll do that one first? Okay. Will Sadie de Orleans please make her way into the presence?
She is here.
Probably.
She might be in the kitchen. She might be with her mom in the kitchen.
Will Cordelia Sharp make her way into the presence?
She's trapped. Can her husband?
Sure. We'll speak to you, though. You want to take this one? Okay. Cordelia. Cordelia, we have received so many letters on you. And we live in Memphis, and which means that we don't know everybody. I really want to know everybody because I do not know a stranger, which has been to my detriment sometimes. But I love to talk to people and get to know them better, and I would love to get to know you better because of all the wonderful things people say about you. Your name comes up everywhere I go. And it is with great honor that we give you something to promote.
Oh, we need a silver ram.
Doing right now. Sorry.
It's okay.
No. Okay. It is the artisans in these current Middle Ages who create bright and splendid images of times long ago. Their skills give beauty and glory to the kingdom and to the society. The talents and skills of Cordelia Sharp have advanced the excellence in the arts and sciences in Glenavon. Therefore, we wish to name this talented gentle a member of the Silver Ram. We find such endeavors to create wondrous works of praiseworthy pursuit. Done the 2nd day of December, AS 52, being 27 Gregorian, James King, Joan Queen.
So, doing things like this is an art. And this helps us continue to live our dream. In modern ages, we have to use some modern things. this spreads our dream, and I totally appreciate it as an art because I could not do it. Who do we have?
Okay, so we'll just go that one, right? Sadie d'Orléans, you are summoned to their Majesties, Glenavon.
We're excellent too. It's cool.
Sadie. So, Sadie, at My Queen's Tea, sang a lovely song that she wrote. And I want to ask you if you'll sing that right now. The little girl one. The one that you sing today too. Please do. Will you sing it too?
Please. There once was a small girl with dreams set so high, the people would tell her to pass them by. They'd tell her that she was just too small and weak, and all of her dreams she never should meet. And in her response to their comments she said, I never will fret, it will lift up my head. Though hard times await me in my journey thus far, I will always follow that last shining star. So off on her long journey she went, with her head held high and her kindness well spent. She stopped at a village and met a great knight, who asked her why she should go out and fight. My child, I see that your bravery's bold, but the dangers out here plead stories untold. Why be placed amongst them and risk yourself harm, when you could go back home, your family's on? And in her response to his comments she said, I never will fret, it will lift up my head. Though hard times await me in my journey thus far, I will always follow that last shining star. Through danger she traveled, fearless of all, always answering bravery's call, to save and to smite, no matter how strong, to venture and to right every wrong. A tiring life's journey has come to an end. Farewell to family and farewell to friends. Gone to the grave to meet at the gate. The guardian holds out his hand and awaits. And in her response to that action she said, I never will fret, it will lift up my head. Though hard times await me in my journey thus far, I will always follow that last shining star.
So how old are you? 17 years old. For somebody so young to have the confidence to sing in front of a group of strangers is amazing. And very, very cool. I mean, like, that's awesome. It is an art that not many people can do, and it inspires the rest of us to do better.
It is the artisans in these current Middle Ages who create bright and splendid images of times long ago. Their skills give beauty and glory to the kingdom and to the society. The talents and skills of Sadie d'Orléans have advanced the excellence of the arts and sciences in Glenavon. Therefore, we wish to name this talented general a member of the Silver Ram. We find such endeavors to create wondrous works at praiseworthy pursuit. Done this second day of December, AS 52, being 2017 Gregorian, James King, Joan Queen.
I mean, how many of you guys think she deserves this? She inspires me to be better. She inspires me with her youth and her energy and her confidence, which means that I may start singing more in public. Yay! Okay? Thank you, my dear.
She also has AOA, so. And we also Proclaiming loudly from every hill and valley, we, the King and Queen of Glenaban, having seen the diverse labors of one who has enriched the lands of our people, now call forth Sadie d'Orleans, in order that we may bestow upon her an award of arms to go with that. Isn't that what that is?
Yes, she gets it with the silver ram.
You get it with the silver ram. It goes with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Therefore, we charge you to consult our heralds to determine suitable and unique arms. By our hand is our esteem made plain the 2nd day of December, AS 52, James, Rex, Joan, Regina.
Your scroll is in the cat. We will get that to you after we send everything. Golly, I'm gonna cry.
That's what that is.
I got somebody to catch me because I'm a spell when you called her in the corner.
No, you're good. You may leave, my dear.
Call them.
Yes, let's go ahead and do her.
Gentile d'Orleans, when you finish hugging your daughter, will you come into their presence?
She's a lady now.
Your lady Yeah, oh yeah, I got SpongeBob tissues. You need another one? Okay. So, you have a big family, don't you? Your daughter inspires me. All of your daughters inspire me. We have James's party friend that inspires him. And
She still talks about me.
she loves Uncle Lola. And you are an inspiration to a group of us. I cannot believe that this has not happened before. And when it came across our desk, table, whatever you want to call that thing that we write on, I was shocked that it was not on your order of precedence. So I feel that it is time for us to correct that.
It is our royal will that those who have benefited the kingdom of Glenaban through excellence in the arts of the bow, the javelin, and the axe shall be recognized for their achievements. To this end do we name Gentile d'Orleans to the Order of the Arrow and Bolt. To this we set our hands and seals the 2nd day of December, AS 52 being 27 Gregorian, James, Rex, Joan, Regina.
I mean, she's always out there doing something with live weapons. I'm shocked that she has not received this before. This was done by Bailey Rose Marsh, and it's for you because you deserve this. You're welcome. It's not me. It's everybody else. It's not like I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna pick people. It's what people send us.
I called out to receive her. Wow.
Okay. We have Cavalvo that we okay. Will, and I apologize in advance, Kialvor Vetsdaughter, please make her way into the presence of their majesties.
Yes, you had a beautiful scroll that was just given away, and I could not pronounce your name. I'm sorry.
Did I get it even close?
Did we get it
Get
close? Oh, yes. Exactly. We've heard it before. And you talk.
Sorry. I'm excited. I love seeing people here and being able to promote things that they do. Giving out a scroll with that person being here, I know is very rewarding. Something else that's very rewarding is getting in award recommendations and seeing all the wonderful things that people write about on this team. That to me is the most special thing about being crowned, is seeing how everybody promotes everybody. And we got a lot of people writing about you. And you've seen the things that you do, we've heard your word frame spread across the kingdom, and we want to act on that at this moment.
Proclaiming loudly from every hill and valley, we, the King and Queen of Glenaban, having seen the diverse labors of one who has enriched the lands of our people, call forth now unto us Kialvar Vetsdaughter, in order that we may bestow upon her an award of arms, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Further, we charge her to consult our heralds to determine suitable and unique arms. By our hand is our esteem made plain the 2nd day of December, AS 52, James, Rex, Joan, Regina.
Roll
done by Jody, apparently.
All right, Mistress Marcel.
That's business, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mistress Marcel has business before the court. We didn't put this one on the thing. This is number 3. I didn't see it in on the.
Okay.
So where do you want to do it? Do you want to do it in instead of genteel? Well, we got.
I don't think he's here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was that's why it was.
Okay. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Yeah, I think that's why it was.
I'm going to kind of get like where Mistress Diana was, or Duchess Diana, I'm sorry. Seaho Clan is doing the pink tunic for Mistress Daphne. A few of y'all have asked for some. I still have them in the car. Please pick them up. Or if you're interested, we have extra large for $20, and 2 and 3X for $22. So please see me after court, and thank y'all all so much for your support.
Thank you.
Okay, we already did genteel. We got Maggie right for it anyway.
That's okay.
Yeah. Will Maggie Wright please make her way into the presence? We have Master Gilbert for business. That's the TOC. So go with him. Master Gilbert has business in the interim.
We had a very nice announcement about the tournaments that happened today, but there was one other little tournament that happened. We had the Pelican Tournament of Champions Rapier Tournament, which was to choose our champion to fight in the tournament later. We would call Master Wolfram Forrester.
Will Master Wolfram Forrester please come into the presence of their majesties?
Wolfram managed to best a field of 17 rapier fighters today.
That's a big number.
It was a phenomenal tournament. If you weren't out there watching it, you really missed something special. We would like to present you with this scroll honoring you as our rapier champion. It was done by Mistress Jane Beaumont. And we thank you, and we anticipate wonderful things from you as you take it to the Tournament of Champions in our name.
Okay, we have Maggie's. Maggie Wright, you are summoned into their majesty's court.
It's a surprise.
How you doing, Maggie?
I'm alright.
Having a good time?
Yeah.
I saw you recently up in my neck of the woods, actually.
Yep.
Traveled up to Grand Ditch all the way, first time coming up there.
Yep.
Good joy to be around. Your personality is infectious. Every time we see you at an event, oh, hey, there's Maggie. You know, big smile on your face, working, doing, pushing everything forward. You're one of those names that when the award recommendations started coming in, we were like, yes. And again, seeing all the happy things that people write about other people is just a blessing to do. The other blessing is being able to do things for their actions and their deeds and things that they've done. Things that helps the society grow, pushes us forward, and we would like to act on these recommendations now by doing this.
As many waters flow into the river to make it strong and to help it grow on its journey to the sea, so do many hands working together a strong kingdom create. Thus we, the crowns of Glenavon, do find you, Maggie Wright, worthy of honor for your diligent and faithful service to the land. Therefore we bestow upon you an award of arms with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of this rank. Further, we charge you to consult with our heralds to create unique and suitable arms. By our own hand is our esteemed maid playing the 2nd day of December, AS 52, James, Rex, Joan, Regina.
Scroll illumination and calligraphy done by Lady Hildegarde.
Lady Maggie.
Ah! Let's do this right. For Lady Maggie! For Robin! Oh! 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 All right, we did Gilbert. We got Egil. All right. Egil Harrison?
Yes.
Will Egil Harrelson please make his way into the presence? Egil! Sable huntsman.
Well, Egil, what can we say? Do you hear everybody going?
Yeah, I know.
Because they know. Egil, you are a bright spot in my day every time I see you. You make me very happy. And every time I see you, what do you usually carry around with you? A bow, or what? Or axes, or all those, yeah, all that stuff that is for live weapons.
A few things like that.
A few things like that. It's not a few things, it's a lot of things. You do it all the time, and you inspire us. And not only do you inspire me, you inspire everybody around you. And you're very dear to me, so it makes me very happy to be able to do this.
With bow, axe, knife, and spear, the huntsman braves the woods and forests of our fair river valley kingdom to provide for our subjects. Of these, there are few who have shown exceptional skill and service to the crown and populace of Glenavon. Therefore, by our royal decree, we declare that Egil Harrelson to be named a companion of the Order of the Sable Huntsman with all rights and privileges thereof. Done by our hands the 2nd day of December, AS 52, being 2017 Gregorian, James, Sovereign, Joan, Consort.
So if you are a member of the Sable Huntsman, will you please come forward?
Will the Sable Huntsman stand?
As you can see, it's not a very big order. It is a very prestigious order in our kingdom, and I could not think of a better person to join it.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Calligraphy and illumination done by Gideon. What of it? Oh!
Hail! 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 All right. Deacon?
Yes.
No. Okay. Will Tegan Virch Wing? I cannot. Sorry, Welshbad.
You don't have to kneel. It's okay if you don't stand. I understand. So, this last couple weeks, I've gotten letter after letter after letter with your name on it. And every single one of them said, the very first sentence, can you believe this has not happened yet? Can you believe she does not have this in her, what is that thing called? Order of precedence. And I was like, okay, people, calm down. I mean, it was in all caps with about 5 exclamation points. And it wasn't just one letter. It was like 10. And I think this is way overdue. And it should have been done a very long
Didn't believe it ourselves. We had to check the OP.
Yeah, we had to check it twice, like Santa. And I think you might have been.
He's already left.
I know, right? So, but I think it's way overdue.
It is the artisans in these current Middle Ages who create bright and splendid images of times long ago. Their skills give beauty and glory to the kingdom and to the society. The talents and skills of Tegan Verchtuan have advanced the excellence in the arts and sciences in Glenavon. Therefore, we wish to name this talented gentle a member of the Silver Ram. We find such endeavors to create wondrous works of praiseworthy pursuit done this second day of December, AS 52, being 2017 Gregorian, James King, Joan Queen.
Congratulations. It is way deserved. I'm not kidding. You can look at the letters. Every letter was caps. Can you believe she does not have a silver ram? And I was like, no, I can't.
Arts are flourishing tremendously in this kingdom. We are out of silver ram scrolls, but we are having more commission.
Absolutely. That's how much the arts have just exploded lately. So,
All right. Mistress Daphne has business. Okay.
But it doesn't matter if you donate it back to the group or you donate it to the kingdom. You are still an artisan, and you need to be recognized.
Hell yeah.
Period.
Mistress Daphne has business. Mistress Daphne of Colchester has business before this court.
No, I'm standing up for somebody I love.
Your Majesties, I beg a boon. I would like to perform a duty as a peer of the ground with your kind understanding. Harold, could you call Alexander into court?
Will Alexander Sharonov please come into the presence?
Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, my lords and my ladies, first take protege, buyers, apprentices. But we've been challenged, and I think it's a good thing that peers start looking to those that are a little bit younger and making them feel as important a part of what we do as any grown adult that enters into our game, because the children are our future. Not mine, but yeah. But this young man came to my attention almost a year ago when he Phil heralded tournament after tournament after tournament, and he was the only one doing it. And I thought, who the heck is that? And at that same event, I gifted him my herald's tablet that I had sit down for what we call Yankee Land after Hurricane Katrina. And this is a young man that truly exhibits the hope and joy and service, his interest. He comes to events. He has a good time, but he also busts his butt. And Alexander, as you know, what I will ask of you is when you go to an event, you serve your crown, you serve your parents, you have a good time and have some fun. But I already know your heart is given to service, and you still like to become my page on this day.
I would, Mr. Stan.
We're interchangeable. So, and in the future, I'm not quite sure. I would like to find something to give my pages. He's what I hope is the first of many. I will refer to them as my hounds. So I'm taking something with one of my wolfhounds on it. And this is Alexander. He is my page. And now my spy for Time Gambit into House Telemark. Please allow him to serve, whether he's lifting a basket or helping you unload. Give him and anybody who wants to serve the opportunity to do so, because that is what's best about this organization. And thank you, and here's my page. Yay!
at me. I've business page, actually. Good thing you're up here and brought it up.
Several already.
Axel, I can't echo enough. Alex. I can't echo enough all the good things that you say. My mind is a very chaotic place, and I do things that are unorthodox, and often at times I look at the populace and people to center myself and to move forward. I look at those that inspire me and encourage me, and you're one of those, you serve, do everything with a smile, everything with a calmness and utility that is just beautiful among the youth and the populace of our kingdom. You're an outstanding individual, and at this time, we want to do something.
As many waters flow into the river to make it strong and to help it grow on its journey to the sea, so do many hands working together a strong kingdom create. Thus we, the crowns of Glenavon, do find you, Alexander Chernov, worthy of honor for your diligent and faithful service to this land. Therefore we bestow upon you an award of arms with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of this rank. Further, we charge you to consult our heralds to determine suitable and unique arms by our hand, our esteemed made plain, the 2nd day of December, AS 52, James and Joan. Your Majesty, sorry to interrupt. May I have a boon, please? My lords and ladies, I am Brendan Schnock, Diamond Principal Herald of Glenavon. I met this young gentle 2 years ago, heralding at a Diamond Wars, probably his first event heralding. He has impressed me, and while I am not a peer and able to take pages, I have come to grow very fond of him. You're almost like a little brother to me, my friend. What I want to do is, with Their Majesty's privilege, this is my AOA that I received at Glenavon's first crown list from the hands of the King and Queen of Meridies, Max and Lathan. It is now yours, my friend. Thank you, Your Majesties.
We've had so many youths today receive awards. This is the future of us. All of us are getting on up in age. We're not going to be around forever. I mean, I'm a whore. I know it every day. This is an inspiration for so many young people to be excited about what we do and to go forth and just make it even better. So we want to thank you for that.
All we got is the last part.
Would you now call forth the Order of the Chivalry?
Their Majesties call forth the Order of the Chivalry to their presence.
Noble brothers, what business do you have before us this day?
Your Majesties, we, the Order, feel that we are not complete. We feel that there is one who should join us here.
The voice of the chivalry is a strong one in these lands. We would hear your words. Who is this individual you wish for us to consider?
Your Majesties, I wish you to consider Baron Briar Kievich.
He is indeed a worthy man, a noble fighter, and a good subject of our realm. We shall hear more on this subject. Harold, call Briar into our court.
Briar Kievich, you are summoned into their Majesty's presence.
Oyez! Oyez!
into the presence of the crown of Glenavon does come Baron Briar Carovich. He is squire to Duke Lorik Sylvestris. He's a member of Clan Gambit and lives in the great barony of Salion.
Briar, the knighthood has asked us that we should elevate you. Is it your desire to become a knight working?
Indeed it is.
Good. This is good and just. However, there are others to be consulted before moving forward. Is there a master of defense that can speak for Briar?
Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, I am the Honorable Lord Adam Goodwine, Vigilant to the Order of Defense. Speaking of Briar's martial prowess, I have seen him move from an awkward youth to a dedicated student of the martial arts into a young man of deadly grace and precision that represents what a warrior should be both on and off the field, in his prowess, his movements, and his disposition towards others. Briar literally grew up in the society and is someone whom I personally feel epitomizes what we should all strive for in being peer league. And I am honored to call him my friend and my people.
Thank you, Adam.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican who would speak for Briar?
Yes, Your Majesties, there is. I would be honored to speak for Briar on this day. Forgive me my written words, but I have scrambled brains right now. It is not often that one is privileged enough to witness the birth of a legend, but I stand here tonight knowing that I am seeing one. There are knights, and then there are knights. And I have no doubt that Briar will be a knight whose name will be spoken aloud out around the fires. His name will join those of Bearkiller, Dumont, Rafin, and so many others that inspire both new generals of the SCA and those of us who have seen a reign or two. The crown chooses tonight someone. It should be expected that they have well-established fighting skills. That should be a given. And yes, Briar can whoop some butt on the field of battle. However, in addition, Briar has a heart and a soul that longs to serve. Whether it's digging a hole, washing a dish, guarding the crown, making armor, pitching a tent, he seeks out to serve and to perform it because it is in his very blood to do so. And he serves with a joyous heart and represents what is best of the SCA. His joyous serving should be emulated by each of us. This man represents the future of the SCA and will be a peer that other peers will come to. In times of need, I feel very honored again to be a small part of his journey. This man is my peer, Your Majesties.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel that would speak for Briar?
Your Majesty, there is. I, Master Conall O'Connell, companion of the Order of the Laurel, would speak for His Excellency Briar. It has always been entertaining to observe Briar in his element, especially now. On the field of tournament, his prowess has always conjured to mind the Dilish Notchstep of the great Russo Knight's Death Dealer. I have known Briar for several years. Never have I met a person who so humbly submits to help and serve others. His selfishness was my first impression. As I got to know Briar more, I found that he had a bit of a knowledge and skill of leatherwork, and in making period shoes, which I enjoyed, knowing the work and labor and skill involved. Over the years, his art and the ability to teach has grown and made himself Glenavon and the SCA better. He is my peer.
Is there a member of the Order of the Chivalry that will speak?
Your Majesties, I am Sir Mikhail Al-Rashid, and I shall speak for Briar. I have known Briar ever since the first day he was introduced to the SCA, when we were doing a demo at the Ocean Springs Ren Fair. Him and his brother came walking up to us in their plastic laminar armor with goofy smiles on their faces and so excited. At the time, I was a youth combat marshal, and the next weekend, his brother and the family actually came out, and I was just impressed by their kindness and generosity and their respect. And sorry, I'm going to I was part of helping raise Briar and bring him up in the SCA. And he's always impressed me with his skill and his honor and his chivalry and his courtesy. I saw him grow from an awkward little kid to an even more awkward teenager, to a young man who at 14 was leaving bruises on me with padded weapons, and me thinking, my God, I want to kill this kid when he grows 16. And through that time, Briar has become my equal, and he is my brother. He's become my best friend, and he's been my squire brother, and today he will become my knight brother. And he has more than been my peer for a long time.
Thank you so much. There are a member of the Royal House of Glenavon who will speak.
You're gonna need more than that,
Your Majesty, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, populace. It's very kung fu. The young man that kneels before you is who I want to be when I grow up. He is the epitome of courtesy, of service, of chivalry, of honor. He is more than my peer. And I thank you for giving me this moment, because I will treasure it always.
Thank you, Grace.
Is there a member of the populace who would speak for this man?
There is, Your Majesty. We would speak for him. I am Inge Bjornsson Lord, proud son of Clan Gambit. And I am helpless to this man.
I'm Elton the Quiet. And what can I say to add to what has already been said this wonderful evening? I've been honored to have him as a male brother, and I cannot be more proud to call him my king.
If I'm to speak of Briar, it is the one character of a man above any other, and that is his character. I hope I raise my sons to be half the man he is. I'm sorry.
Now I need to crazy.
Much like Sir Mikhail, the first time I met Briar was at a fighter practice. And as soon as I saw him fight, I said, oh, thank you, God. He's in youth combat. I've got time to catch up on him. Briar ruined that. Everybody knows he authorized early just so he could keep me. But to speak of his character, I've never seen him tired. I've never seen him too tired to lift a hand to help. I've never seen him too impatient to help teach a fellow fighter something that can make their fighting better. And I have never known a more humble man in my life. Briar, I have led men in battle. But you, sir, I would follow to the gates of hell. You are my belt brother. You are my clan brother. You are my friend. You are my peer.
Briar, it's obvious that you are loved. And not only by your clan, but by people everywhere. What they say is true, and I will never forget on this site when we had a fire in our bathroom. It was the one in his pajamas pulling it out of the ceiling so that nobody would get hurt. It was Briar. And whenever we were like, Briar, why did you do that? He was like, because it had to be done. And everything that everybody says speaks very true to your character. And you are by far one of the best people I know.
We've heard the words of all. We find him right, just, noble. And we find Briar more than one. We like now to come forward to the station. Is there a belt?
Yes, Your Majesty. Briar, this belt is a white belt, which is a symbol of purity. It is a purity of heart and conviction. For we all know we will stumble, and we all will know we will make mistakes. But it is the purity of that heart and the humility that goes with it that will keep this belt white and keep your heart pure. Barony. Also know that for those who were here, that he made sure he cast these findings for the belt himself, because he wanted to make sure that he did the work to prove that he had a hand in every aspect of his
Is there a sword? Briar, this is sort of a knife. It is the king's justice, one in a sheath that is sharp and acts at the queen's will. Unsheathed is there as a heavy reminder that you have the ability to defend the people, but should not act on them without your permission. Are there spurs?
Your Majesty, yes there are. These are the spurs of a knight. They symbolize mastery. Mastery of one's mount, mastery of one's self, mastery of one's direction, course, path. One must master one's own path to help others on theirs.
Is there a chain?
Yes, Your Majesty, there is a chain. Briar, the chain of a knight is your fealty to the king and to the kingdom. The fealty to me, to the kingdom, is the most important part. Without these people and the belief of these people in you, you are nothing. Always keep faith with these people. Always do what is right. It may be hard. It may be a sad and lonely path, but keep the faith, and they will keep the faith in you.
Then all know here that Briar is our man. He's our arm of justice. He fights in war and protects in peace. I dub you once with those actions that you will do in the future. I dub you twice for your oath and for your service. I dub you 3 times to bestow your place among your equals. I would ask now for your fealty.
I state your name.
I, Briar Keevich.
This day
pledge fealty to the crown of Glenavon. My arms in times of war, my arts in times of peace, my services in times of need. I promise to defend my fair kingdom against all who desire her harm, with word, deed, and force. From this day forth, as long as my crown allows, I am bound to be faithful, holding honor and courtesy above all.
And let all here bear witness that I, James, Stormborn King of Glenavon,
And I, Joan, Stormborn Queen of Glenavon, here and accept your age, living queen.
in turn, we vow to defend you and yours with our words, our deed, and our force.
And you who give this oath will be rewarded with our favor.
If you will break this oath, you will be met with our judgment and our terrible wrath. Now rise, stay, giving honor and courtesy. Briar, you stand now as your own man, tradition of our kingdom. You stand to defend the people, tall, small, young, old. You rise above all of this. This is your lot, and so this is you won't forget it.
Let the word be spread to the corners of the known world and recorded for all time that we, James and Joan, King and Queen of Glenavon, do hereby elevate our loyal subject, Briar Keevich, to the rank of Knight of the Society for Creative Anachronism. We further bestow upon him arms by letters patent, along with the rights and privileges befitting a peer of our realm, and charge him to fulfill the duties of this station. Signed by our hands the 2nd day of December, AS 52, being 2017 by the Gregorian reckoning. James, Rex, Joan, Regina.
The scroll was done by Matilda.
You did a great job on it. He's waiting on me.
Right. No,
That's what he said. Vegas hit me. I can hit him back right.
Well, I'll get over the challenge.
This is so nice.
It's a kind of Chandler generation.
Feast.
Bob, and your newest knight, for Briar. Oh!
Hail!
Oh!
Hail!
Oh!
Hail!
Hail!
There be there.
15 minutes after court, we'll be doing setup for feast.
Thank you.
There being no further business, this concludes the court of their Majesties James and Joan, King and Queen Glenavon.